wolf to run out and kill out the ward. Oh shit! As I completely missed that. Sorry, everybody. As the Vengeful Spirit and Dirge were able to get the kill on the Lycanthrope as they run out with a stun, followed by more likely a heal and a decay. The Shadow Shaman is level 6, and now that he is level 6, he is, like I said, he is going to be roaming to top, and they will attempt to push this tower down, as they are diving extremely hard right now. As a Tombstone gets dropped, and the Ward Trap gets, the wards get dropped, as they are going to go down, as a Leather Shock takes out the Vengeful, as the Venomancer, and then a last hit coming from. Apparently though, Ramen was able to get the last hit and kill off the Dirge. Or no, I'm sorry, he was able to kill off the Venomancer, as Pugna will continue to run, will try to do a Nether Blast, but it was not to be, and if he would have got the Nether Blast off, Pandurian Brewmaster would have died right there, but the last hit does go to Pandurian Brewmaster with the Stomp, and then he hits level 6, pops his ult, and now it was going to go for a chase on Lycanthrope, but he will back off. The Venomancer is now back in here again, and I'm not sure what he's doing, as the stun goes off the Venomancer, and then a Tornado goes off as the wolves continue to chase. And will the wolves be able to get this last? Will be able to get the kill as a heal goes off from Dirge. The wolves continue to chase, very, very close to dying. And ooh, pretty nice block coming off from this Dirge on these wolves. As one hit, two hits, and then he pops his stuff, and then a stun goes off on the wolves, and the Pandurian Brewmaster is able to live. Very, very nice play from the Dirge there. He blocked the wolves just enough for the Brewmaster just to get a little bit more of a lead on them, and then the Vengeful Spirit was able to come in and help and drop off a stun to ensure that the chase was over. Bane Hollow having a little bit of trouble here, already getting ganked off once in the jungle. Not what you need. He really needs to get up in early levels. He is apparently going for an early Vlad's, and the second he gets that Vlad's up, he will be running into Roshan to try to get that Rosh off. Very ballsy play coming out from the Scourge, or coming out from the Sentinel though, as they just completely dove that first tower. They did lose the Vengeful Spirit, but did end up picking up 3 kills in the process, so you know, there's really nothing to be upset about. A cast goes off, but really nothing to come of it, as down here is they are going on the Enigma, and the Enigma does get taken down. Stomp, Power Shot, followed by an Ether Shock from the Shadow Shaman was it. And are they going to continue to chase? As they do continue to run. Pandurian Brewmaster stomps. Pugna Blitz as a Hex, and then another Ether Shock will bring him down. The last hit going to Pandurian Brewmaster, who now has his phase boots up, and that is the reason for the major chase. Pugna completely just got, taken down right under the tower, and there's really nothing he could do about it. Very aggressive play coming out from WHS, very nice. As they do throw out a cast, Maledict, Poison Sting, more right clicks, and oh, there's this Witch Doctor pops his healing, and they will continue to run. No, the Maledict will not be enough, as it is apparently only a level 1 Maledict. As more than likely he has gone, 2 levels of cast, 1 level of his Maledict, and 2 levels of his Voodoo Restoration. Pugna will now rotate back towards middle, try to get some extra levels, and that's what Pugna needs. Pugna needs levels in farm. If Pugna, can get level 10, 11, get high levels of his, pretty decent levels of his ward and his Decrepify, as well as level 4 Nether Blast and his second level of his ultimate, can be very strong. Now we see a pull going off here from this large creep camp here. Pretty damn nice play, as they are trying to move the creep equilibrium back. However, the creeps will now move back, and they did deny a range creep in that fashion though. As Roster will now be rotating back up towards top, and we might see a large gank going off here as the Pandurian Brewmaster runs up, drops his clap on the Venomancer. Nobody else is running up here though, as they drop a Tombstone. The ultimate gets popped off from the Panda. A stun will come off here soon, as there goes the stun. And then followed by a Tornado, as they will give enough time for the Venomancer to get up here. And no, it will not, as the heal goes off from this Dirge, but then the last hit will come from the Rasta, as he runs in from behind here and uses his Ether Shock to bring him down. However, mid is being pushed really, really hard by Pugna and by this Lycanthrope. Now this is a very good idea. They noticed that they all moved up towards top. They noticed that they were being ganked out. However, if they're all up there, there's nobody defending mid, and you can push, man. You can just throw this tower down. And the pushing power with these wolves, as well as Lycanthrope and Pugna, is really strong. As you can see, they decided to give up on taking that tier 1 tower. And Enigma is way down here. I'm not really sure what he was doing as he gets netted. A negative earn charge gets thrown down on him from the dirge, as then he gets finished off with an ether shock. However, 2 towers were taken down from the by the Scourge from the Sentinel. Lycanthrope and Pugna, really strong pushing power right there. These wolves do so much damage, man. Especially when they have that crit, as well as Lycanthrope, you know, popping, imagine he popped that ulti on that first tower to bring it down even quicker. As well as Pugna's Decrepify, and not Decrepify, Netherblast does a really good amount of damage to towers. We see this Pandurian Brewmaster pinging, trying to call out for another gank. We will see though as this Lycanthrope, I assumed he was going to be going for a Vlad's since he had picked up that Sobi mask, but instead he has gone for that Medallion of Courage to increase this right here. You were thinking, oh, he's going to want to gank now more often because he has that Medallion of Courage. However, this is it right here. It increases the rate at which you neutral creep so quickly. I mean, it just increases it drastically. You drop it in on the neutral creeps, and then they just go down so much faster than normal. Also, with him being in the enemy jungle, this also frees up room for the Enigma to get a little bit of farm. Now the Enigma, it appears, will be going for a little bit of tank first instead of... I'm not even sure if the BKB is the right idea, you know, in this situation, as they do have that Vengeful Spirit. However, they do have a lot of stuns coming out from this Rasta and this Ilaria, to where, and also the Pandurian Brewmaster in his ultimate, that they will be able to knock out that Dark Crow if he does Black Hole without the BKB. But I think he might be going for an early Blink Dagger instead of just, you know, rushing that BKB. Now they are willing to do a tower trade here, as they are just going to continue to push on top and let them take the tier 2 bottom, as Ramen was able to get the last hit on the tower in bottom.